tell Spartan Nation and our followers, like, what is the camp, how it came to be, and how they can get involved?
Well, it started with John L., believe it or not. He enlisted Coach Foligno to create this fantasy camp. And so Coach Foligno ran it through his entire, stint from John L. all the way up through Coach D. It was something the guys look forward to every year, at least the campers did. One of our campers always said it was the best kept secret in Spartan football, and we're trying to change all that. So we're getting the guys out to, people that dream of being a Spartan football player. This is their opportunity. You'll be out there with current athletes like Trey. Trey worked the camp last year, and this year Trey's kind of being the head coach role, I guess, from the player standpoint. And the guys get a chance to come out, interact with the guys at a couple different dinners. They get to, we toured the locker room. The players talked about what it's like before, during the game, after the game. And then we went out in the field, did some drills, and then ran around on Spartan Stadium. So if you ever dreamed of running around and playing football in Spartan Stadium, this is your chance. And it's a great experience. We've had so many return campers over the years, including myself. I've been to all 17 of the camps. And so when Coach Tucker took over, Darren Harris and I talked about the camp, and Darren said, hey, what if we turn this from the camp that it is, the structure we had in the past, and turn it into an NIL opportunity for our student athletes. So we formed an LLC, and then basically how we run this is outside of the expenses, which would be for the swag, for the meals, the ones that aren't donated, all the money goes to the student athletes. So we take no administrative cost. I'm doing this strictly as volunteer just because I love Spartan football, and I get such great joy out of the camp of getting to know the coaches over the years, and now getting to know a lot of the student athletes has been fantastic. So we really enjoyed it. I'm sure Trey can expound from the student athlete perspective, and probably that they all got a good laugh out of us running around out there.
Yeah, definitely. That was definitely one of my favorite experiences, with me being here over the past few years, just meeting all the great people and all the campers. It's cool building those relationships with the people who support us and come to the games every weekend and tune in and watch us on TV. It means a little more when you can actually see them in the stands and, oh, I remember coaching that guy, or I remember having dinner or lunch with that guy. It goes a long way, and it just keeps the family bond together in Spartan Nation. And I'm looking forward to building on it and continuing on in the future.
Beautiful, guys. I mean, that Spartan Fantasy Football Camp, I mean, that's awesome. We have some video that we'd like to show about the football camp here.
Spending time at the fantasy camp, people get to see a real life, 100% honest view, and get a little better close look at how Michigan State football players a day-to-day in their life and what they have to do.
You'll have a breakfast just like us players would on the day of a game. You'll do the Spartan walk, the pitch a penny. You'll come in through the tunnel right here. You'll get a glimpse of the stadium. You'll get to see the locker room, some of the facilities, and then you'll get to have a pretty darn good day, having fun with the player coaches and learning some stuff that you wouldn't normally know.
For me, I play quarterback. You learn what goes on in a quarterback's mind, or what I'm looking at, play to play, the communication aspect from coaches to players, from players to players, and then you get to learn the ins and outs of the game. It's not the full scope, but it's a good idea of what is happening, and you get to look in the locker room, you get to see the pads we wear, what we do to get ready for games, what we stretch, training room, that kind of stuff, and the stuff that you don't see on the field, but is a big part of what we do, and it's stuff that's essential to us as a football team and as a person.
Very cool.
So yeah, I think I have to tell you, probably the highlight of last year's camp for me was handing out the whistles to all the student athletes. I had never seen bigger smiles. It was like giving them the best Christmas gift they ever had, because I think they're so used to getting whistled at. I think they were happy to be the ones doing the whistling.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That might have been my first whistle ever. Ever.